Good evening, ma'am.
Completed the homework, children?
Yes, ma'am, completed.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I think you had to work the first one. 1, 2. Just remind me about the questions.
Ma'am, 1 to 5, ma'am.
1 to 5, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 to 5. Okay. Okay. Somebody tell me the answer for 1, 4. For question number 1, fourth subdivision. What is the fractional form of 0.285? Fraction in the simplest form for 0.285. What's answer?
Ma'am, shall I say?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. For the first one, C it is 0.285, ma'am. So we can write it as, so there are 3 decimal places. So it will come as 1000, ma'am. So 285 by 1000. When we simplest it by the 5 table, we will get 57 by 200, ma'am.
57 by 200.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see the answer. Did you say this 57 by 200?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think since we have many questions, I'm just showing you the answers. Just have a look at, compare your answers with the answers you see on the screen, and just let me know if you've gone wrong somewhere so that I can explain that one to you. You can also take a screenshot. Let me just help you like this. The answer for the first one, 0.8. 0.8 is 4 by 5. Got that?
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am.
Second one, 3 by 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Others? 3 by 50 and 57 by 200. Any questions here in the first answers? Please tell me, I'll explain it.
No, ma'am.
All right, the next heading is again, convert each of the following as mixed fraction. So again, we have some decimals. So here the difference between the first and second question is, here these decimals, when you convert them to fractions, they are proper fractions. Now these decimals, you need to convert them to fractions, but when you convert, you see that they are improper fractions. So you'll have to leave them as a mixed fraction.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So 5.6 is 56 by 10. Simplified. This step, children, this is, don't you cancel, you take a number from the numerator and denominator. So you use a tables of 2, right? Then 228 times 2 5s are. So that's what is this. Dividing the numerator by 2, the denominator by 2. We get 28 by 5. And since it's an improper fraction, we divide it and leave it as a mixed fraction. So now here also, second one, don't get confused. Why is this divided by 25 in the numerator and denominator? They're just simplifying. Now, maybe you have used the tables of 5 first. You would have taken, so the fraction you have is 1225 by 100. Both the numbers are divisible by 5. So you would have used the tables of 5 and cancel the numerator and the denominator. So the numerator, when you divide by 5, you will get 2, 4, 2s are 10. 2 remains, 4s are 20, 2 remains, 5, 225. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am.
225 by 20. And then again, when you divide by 5, again, when you divide by 5, 225 by 5. Is it 49 by 4, children? Is this correct? What the answer you see here? Is this answer correct? 49 by 4? Why no answer?
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is correct, ma'am. 49 by 4.
What about the others? Children? When you divide 1225 by 5, you get 245. I'm saying 225 from that time. Nobody's answering.
We can also divide by 25.
Yeah, you can also divide straight away by 25. But I was telling when you divide by 5, you get 225. Nobody corrected me. Have you done your homework? Okay. So when you divide 1225 by 5, you get 245, and then 100 by 5, you get 20. 245 by 20. When you further divide by 5, you will get 49 by 4. And since it's an improper fraction, we leave it as a mixed fraction like this. Okay. In the third one, when the denominator is 10, 100 or 1000, it's easy to put them in the decimal form just by shifting the decimal point. So in question number 3, when the denominator is 10, 100, 1000, you just have to move the decimal point. So in the number 47, in the number 47, when you just take 47, the decimal point is after 7. You just have to shift it. So please check. And for the 5th one, I told you a different method. I said you can multiply the numerator and denominator by what?
Ma'am, by the nearest multiple of 8, ma'am. So we can multiply it by to get the answer as 1000.
No, not the nearest multiple of 8. You multiply so that you get the denominator as 10, 100.
Ma'am, by 125 by 125, we'll get it as 1000.
Yeah. Correct. When you multiply the numerator and denominator, when you multiply the numerator and denominator by 125, you get 125 to 25 is what? 3125, right?
Yes, ma'am. 3125 by 1000.
3125 by 1000. See, we are talking about 25 by 8. We are talking about 25 by 8. And again, this will be useful if you have completed your homework. If you have not completed your homework, then maybe you're not able to follow what I'm saying. I was telling you in the last, when I gave you this homework, I told you that 25 by 8, you can either divide like this, what you see on the screen. You can divide like this and get the decimal expansion. You can divide 25 by 8 and get the decimal value. Alternatively, the denominator is 8. Bring it to 10, 100, 1000, whichever is the nearest. 8 cannot be multiplied by anything to get 10. Again, 8 multiplied by no natural number will give you 100. But 8 into 125 is 1000. 8 into 125 is 1000. So multiply the numerator and denominator by 125. And that will give you 3125 by 1000. Equivalent fractions.
Ma'am, so 3.524 is the answer.
No, so that will give you 3125 by 1000, which is 3.125. No, the answer, you can see it here also. Using the division, whatever we get using division, the same thing you will get.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Anugraha, tell me for this one, how do you write 32 by 5 as a decimal? What is 32 by 5 as an improper fraction? What is 32 by 5 as an improper fraction?
Shall I say?
1 minute. Matthew? Yes. What is 32 by 5 as an improper fraction? Nandana?
Ma'am?
Yes, Nandana.
Ma'am, improper fraction is 17 by 5, ma'am.
17 by 5. What is the denominator?
Yes. 5, ma'am.
5 multiplied by what will give you 10?
2, ma'am.
Okay, so multiply the numerator. So you have the improper fraction 17 by 5. Multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. What's the answer?
And 1 minute, ma'am, I'll check. Ma'am, 34 by 10, ma'am.
34 by 10. So now see, when you multiply, because the denominator is 5, you can easily bring it to 10 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 2. So that gives you 17 by 5. When you multiply and divide by 2, you get, meaning when you multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator by 2, you get 34 by 10. And write 34 by 10 as a decimal.
Ma'am, it's a fraction, ma'am. We should do 3.4.
3.4 as a decimal. Yeah, the 34 by 10 is a fraction. So as a decimal, it is 3.4. You can also get it by dividing what you see here. See here, You can also divide and get it. You can divide 17 by 5 and get it, or you can use this method. Matthew,
Okay.
is the alternate method for 2 by 25 to write this as a decimal? Okay, Nandana, again try this. The improper fraction is 52 by 25.
Okay, ma'am.
So you'll try to bring 25 to 10, 100, 1000, which number?
Ma'am, 24 into 4, ma'am, 100, ma'am.
4, yeah. So you will multiply the numerator by 4, the denominator by 4. What is 52 into 4?
Ma'am, 208 by 100, ma'am.
Correct, 208 by 100. And as a decimal, it will be 2.08.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anugraha? Matthew? Who can hear me? Anugraha?
Ma'am, I can't view your screen, ma'am. My Teams has some problem.
Oh my God, you can't see my screen, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Others are able to see the screen. Are you able to see
Yes,
my
ma'am.
screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible, ma'am. You're showing the solutions for the sums.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, for me, it's still coming like connecting decimals like that, ma'am.
What are you?
But I can only hear your voice.
Okay, okay. Okay. What are you seeing on the screen now? Read something from your screen.
Connecting decimals, CBSE, 7th standard, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, last time this has happened to me, ma'am. I have switched off my device and then connected to the link which you have given, and then it worked properly, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Try to leave the meeting and rejoin.
Okay.
Anugraha. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that, Swati.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Swati, try again because the others are not. Able
Yes,
to see.
ma'am.
Yeah. Nandana,
Yes, ma'am.
too. So I'll ask Swati this one. Yes. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for 17 by 20, the nearest multiple of 10, 100 or 1000 is 5, ma'am. When we multiply 20 into 5, we will get it as 100, ma'am. So we have to multiply both with 5, ma'am. So 17 into 5 will be 75 and 20 into 5 will be, sorry, ma'am, 85. And 20 into 5 will be 100, ma'am. So it is we have to move 3 steps towards the left side, ma'am. So we'll get it as 0.75, ma'am. And another method is we can do decimal division, ma'am.
Writing, you're saying 0.75, 0.85.
Yes, ma'am. 0.85, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So you can multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator by 5. By 5. Okay. So that will give you 85 by 100. And on shifting the decimal, you get 0.85. Okay. Take a screenshot, children.
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am. Took
Yeah.
screenshot.
Yeah. Four and 5 we'll be doing today, meaning you can check these answers with the help of the screenshot. We'll also be doing similar ones today, so there I'll explain.
Yes, ma'am.
We didn't do exercise 2.7, right? We only did 2.6, correct? Last class. We did only multiplication, right? Did we do
Yes,
division
ma'am.
this class? Okay.
No division, ma'am. Only multiplication.
All right. Okay. Can someone explain the C subdivision C? 2.
Ma'am, shall I explain?
Yeah, 2.48 divided by 4. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for 2.48, we can simply write it as 248, ma'am. And the decimal, after the decimal point, there are 2 digits, ma'am. So it will be 248 divided by 100, ma'am. So 4, ma'am. 4 can also be written as 4 by 1, 1 by 4, ma'am. The reciprocal is 1 by 4, ma'am. So 248 into 1 is equal to 248, ma'am. And 100 into 4 is equal to 400, ma'am. When we simplify it, we will get it as 62 by 100, ma'am. And then the decimal form is, it is 0.62, ma'am, because there are 2 zeros, so we have to move 2 places to the extreme left side, ma'am. So we will get it as 0.62, ma'am.
Very good. Very good, Swati. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
So the first thing is, children, 2.48. When you write 2.48 as a fraction, it is 248 by 100. So we need to, the numerator will be the same decimal without the decimal point. You should write all the digits in the decimal. 248, you must write all these digits without the decimal point. So when you're writing 2.48 as a fraction, you're going to write this in the numerator without the decimal point. So 248 divided by, you're going to write 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, one of these numbers in the denominator. So what is it going to be? It's going to be 100 because after the decimal point, there are 2 digits. In the decimal, after the decimal point, there are 2 digits. So 2 zeros, 1 followed by 2 zeros. So you know that's how you convert a decimal to a fraction. So 2.48 is written as 248 by 100. Then we have divided by 4 by 1. 4 means 4 by 1. 4 means 4 by 1. So it's divided by 4 by 1. What do? We multiply by the reciprocal of that. So division becomes multiplication, and we write the reciprocal of 4 by 1, which is 1 by 4. That's how we divide. To divide, we multiply by the reciprocal. To divide, we multiply by the reciprocal of the second number. So 2.48 is written as 248 by 100. Division becomes multiplication. 4 by 1 becomes 1 by 4. Now you know you have to take a number from the numerator, a number from the denominator, and simplify. You can, okay, here it is not simplified, but you can simplify without disturbing 100. You can simplify. You can simplify without disturbing 100. You should not disturb 100. You can simplify without disturbing 100. So you can cancel 4 and 248. If you want, you can cancel 4 and 248. And then also multiply. So here I have multiplied 248 into 1 is 248. 100 into 4 is 400. Now simplify. Simplify, but when you get 100, don't simplify after that. Now you can see here 62 by 100. I've not simplified beyond that because I don't want to lose 100. I don't want to lose 100. Don't, when the denominator is a 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, don't disturb that denominator because it's easy to put it back as a decimal. So 2.48 is 248 by 100. That's the first thing. Division becomes multiplication. 4 by 1 is written as 1 by 4. Next, I said you can cancel if you want. Here you can cancel 4 and 248. You can cancel. Not this number from the numerator and this number from the denominator. You can simplify. But what you see here is 248 into 1 is 248. 100 into 4 is 400. All right. After that, to what extent you should simplify? See, I've simplified. I've divided by 4. 248 by 4 and 400 by 4. I got 62 by 100. Now further you can simplify. No, you can cancel 62 by 2. 2 tables, you'll get 31 by 50. Why is it not simplified? Because the denominator is 100. We don't want to disturb the denominator, which is 100. When the denominator is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, it's easy to put it back as a decimal. So we stop here. When it was 400, we cancelled. We used the tables of 4 and we simplified. So we got 62 by 100. Now when we got 100, we don't want to simplify any further. And we write it as a decimal, which is 0.62. 0.62 because there are two zeros in the denominator. So after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. So 0.62. Somebody try the next one. 65.4 divided by 6.
Shall I try, ma'am?
Yes, Nandana.
Ma'am, first we should remove the decimal point, ma'am. So it is 656, ma'am.
654.
654, ma'am.
No, I can't hear you, ma. Anugraha, is it fine for you now? Can you see the screen?
No, ma'am. Still I can't view, ma'am.
What is it that you're able to see on the screen?
My profile photo only I can see, ma'am.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. All right, Nandana tried to answer, but I could not hear you, Nandana. Matthew? Okay, Swati?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 65.4 divided by 6, ma'am. As together, we will write it as 654 by 10 because there is only one place after the decimal point, ma'am. And then 6 can also be written as 6 by 1, ma'am. The reciprocal form is 1 by 6, ma'am. So for multiplication also, we find the reciprocal of second, and division also we have to find, ma'am, and then multiply. So 654 into 1, we will get it as 654, and 10 into 6, we will get it as 60, ma'am. Without disturbing the denominator as 10, we have to just simplify to its lowest form, ma'am. So when we simplify it by 6, we will get it as 109 by 10, ma'am. As only one point after the decimal point, we will get it as 10.9, ma'am.
Yeah. So you keep simplifying. When you get, when you get 10 or 100 or 1000 in the denominator, stop simplifying. Even if it is possible to simplify, we stop there. And then we adjust the decimal point to find the decimal value. So that's how all this works. Let's just take another one, maybe F. So 14.49 is written as 1449 divided by 100. Division becomes multiplication. 7 by 1 is written as 1 by 7. Then multiply the numerators. You can see it here. Multiply the denominators. Then simplify by 7. See, when you simplify by 7, you can get denominator 100. So simplify. It's possible to simplify by 7. You can divide both the numerator and denominator by 7. So simplify. And that gives you 207 by 100. Now after this, you cannot simplify this any further. 207 by 100 cannot be simplified any further. But even if you can simplify, don't simplify. Supposing it was 208 by 100. Supposing it was 208 by 100. Then you can cancel by 2. In fact, 4 you can cancel. You can simplify using the tables of 4. If it is 208 by 100, you can simplify using the tables of 4. But don't do it. Don't, because we have the denominator 100. Don't disturb the denominator, which is 100. When it is 100, 208 by 100 is straight away 2.08. Now, one more doubt is, what if we simplify? What will happen? If you simplify nothing, you will get a different denominator other than 10 or 100. So maybe like you get 50, 40, something like that. Then what you have to do? You have to do the division. You will just take a little more time to get the answer. So then you have to perform the division. When you perform the division, you will get the same decimal value. The answer will not change. The answer will not change. Like, for example, children, coming to the C subdivision here, 62 by 100. You can simplify further. You will get 31 by 50. See children, this one, see ABC. We have 62 by 100. This can be simplified further, 31 by 50. But why we did not do? Because when you have this 31 by 50, and when you have to get the decimal value, you'll have to actually divide. 31 by 50, you should divide. And you know, it's a little time consuming. No, you have to divide, perform that division. So that might take about 5 to 10 minutes, or okay, at least 5 minutes. So you'll have to divide that. See, when you simplify further, 62 by 100, when you simplify, you get 31 by 50. So 31 by 50, how to put it as a decimal? You'll have to divide. You should write 31 as the dividend and 50 as the divisor and divide. On dividing, you should use a decimal point and then a 0 after that and all that. You should divide till you get 0 as the remainder. You must divide till you get 0 as the remainder. And once you get, when you get 0 as a remainder, you will see that the quotient is 0.62. You will get the same answer. The quotient will be 0.62. You will get the answer, but you're just, you know, creating that unnecessary extra step of, division. If you did not simplify, if you leave it at 62 by 100, it's easy, 0.62, finished. Otherwise, you should simplify, then 31 by 50, you should perform the division till you get 0 as the remainder, then write the quotient. So that will definitely take at least 10 minutes. Okay, if you're quick, 5 minutes. So it's just a time saving thing. Not that if you simplify, you will get a different answer. So you should not simplify. It's not like that. Mathematics, whenever, if you're justified, if whatever method you use, if it can be justified, you will get the same answer. You cannot get different answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I've talking about FT, no? Yes.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I got internet issue, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So children, so 14.41, 14.49 divided by 7, I told you. First write 14.49 as 1449 by 100. Division becomes multiplication. 7 by 1, reciprocal is 1 by 7. Then multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. You can simplify both the numerator and denominator by 7. Do the simplification. You get 207 by 100. Now you're happy. Even if you can simplify, don't simplify. Here you cannot, but even if you can, don't simplify. Be happy with this because it's easy. 207 by 100 is straight away 2.07. Because in the denominator, we have 2 zeros. So that means after the decimal point, we should have 2 digits. In the denominator, we have 2 zeros. That means after the decimal point, we should have 2 digits. So we already have 3 digits here, 207. So place a decimal point here so that you have 2 digits after the decimal point. Take a screenshot and complete this, children, as homework.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So in short, the procedure is like this. Convert the decimal in general, explaining in general. So this decimal is there. Convert the decimal to a fraction. That's the first step. Convert the decimal to a fraction like this. Then since it's division, we need to multiply. Multiply by the reciprocal of the second number. So division becomes multiplication. Reciprocal of the second number is this one, 1 by 5. Take the reciprocal of the second number. After doing this, multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. And after this, we simplify. We should see to that when you simplify, you get denominator 10, 100, 1000, something like this. Now here you know it is 500. So divide by 5 because you can get 100. Here when the denominator is 500, you know when you divide by 5, you will get 100. So divide by 5 first. 80 by 500, first divide by 5. You get 16 by 100. 80 by 500, first divide, because you know when you divide 500 by 5, you will get 100. 500 by 5 is 100. So divide by 5. See children, actually you can cancel the zeros, right? You can cancel 1 0 in the numerator, 1 0 in the denominator. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You can cancel 1 0 in the numerator, 1 0 in the denominator. No, that's what it is. Just use a method where you can get a 10, 100, 1000. some numbers like this in the denominator. Now this is 500. You know, when you divide 500 by 5, you will get 100. So, and 80 is also divisible by 5. 80 is also divisible by 5. 80 is divisible by 5. 500, when you divide by 5, you will get 100. So we choose to divide by 5. We don't cancel the zeros. We don't cancel 0 and 0 because we don't want to lose the denominator 100. So when you divide by 5, you will get 16 by 100. Now see, it's straight away 0.16. It's just time saving. But if you cancel the 0, 0, 0, you cancel. Then you get 8 by 50. Then you'll again divide by 2. You'll get 4 by 25. Now 4 by 25, you have to perform the division. Or you should again multiply and divide by 4. Remember, because you have 25. So you can multiply the numerator by 4, denominator by 4, bring it to 100 and then put it as a decimal. So to do all that, instead of doing all that, just make sure that when you simplify, you can get the denominator as 10, 100 or 1000 so that you can just get the decimal value like this. Go through these, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, this is not one. It's not that this one can be done only like this. You know, this is one of the ways of doing it. Please understand that. So if you feel why not, I can do it like that. Yes, there is definitely more than one way of getting the answer. This is one particular approach. That's all it is. This is one particular approach. So here again, we write when you have a decimal, we convert it to a fraction. That is the procedure used here. That is the procedure used here. When it is a decimal, we convert it to a fraction. That is the procedure. That's all. The procedure is when you have to divide a decimal by 10, 100, 1000, whatever, then we first convert the decimal. We first convert the decimal to a fraction. That is the procedure. That's all. The decimal is converted to a fraction. So 4.8 is 48 by 10. Division becomes multiplication. 10 by 1 is written as its reciprocal 1 by 10. Next what? Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. The denominator is 100. So I don't want to simplify. I know I can simplify 48 and 100. I can simplify using the tables of 4. No, but I don't want to simplify because I have the denominator 100. I don't want to disturb it. And straight away, 48 by 100 is 0.48. Even if you simplify, children, you will get a fraction. You have to divide until you get remainder 0 and the quotient will be 0.48. You will get the same answer, but it will take a little longer time to get it. So the procedure here is the decimal is converted to a fraction. 4.8 is 48 by 10. Division becomes multiplication. 10 by 1 is written as its reciprocal 1 by 10. Multiply the numerators 48. Multiply the denominators 100. The denominator is 100. So very happy. Straight away you can write the decimal 0.48. 100 has 2 zeros. So in the decimal, after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. Or in other words, the decimal should have 2 decimal places. The decimal should have 2 decimal places. 2 zeros. So after the decimal point, 2 digits. We already have 2 digits, 48. So 0.48. That's the procedure everywhere, children. Now, supposing I take this one, E. Look at E. So this decimal first as a fraction is 27,223 over 100. Over 100. Then division becomes multiplication. 10 becomes 1 by 10. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. So this number into 1 is the same number. 100 into 10 is 1000. Now the denominator is 1000, has 3 zeros. That means the decimal should have 3 decimal places. Since the denominator is 1000, which has 3 zeros, the decimal must have 3 decimal places. Oh, we have 5 digits. We have more than sufficient digits. We have 5 digits. 27223. 3 decimal places. So place the point here. After the point, there should be 3 digits.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Take a screenshot, children.
Done, ma'am.
So what is your, observation? What is your observation from all this? When you divide 4.8 by 10, when you divide by 10, it becomes 0.48. That is, the decimal place moves, right? Moves by 1 0 divided by 10. 10 has 1 0. So the decimal point shifts to the left by 1 place. When you're dividing, you shift the decimal to the left. When you're multiplying, you shift the decimal to the right. When you divide, you shift the decimal. See, 1 minute. Division actually, see, when you're dividing, the number becomes small. When you multiply, the number becomes big. When you divide, like say there are 15 chocolates, you have to divide it. 3 of you have to divide it. So you will get a smaller share, right? 15 chocolates you have. When you have to share it, you divide by 3. Each of you will get less, 5, 5, 5. But when you multiply 15 by 3, 15 into 3, when you multiply, 15 into 3 is 45. The value increases. So you can remember like that. When you're dividing a number by 10, it becomes smaller. When you're dividing a number by 10, or when you're dividing a number by 100, you're dividing by 1000. The number will become smaller. When you're multiplying, the number becomes larger. So accordingly, you can move the decimal point. So if you have a doubt, 4.8 divided by 10, is it 48? Will the decimal move here like this 48, or will it go here like this 0.48? How will it become 48? 4.8 is between 4 and 5. 4.8 is between 4 and 5. You're dividing that by 10. So it becomes still smaller. How can it become 48? You have only less than 5. The number is 4.8. I'm talking about the first one, A. So the number is 4.8. And you're dividing by 10. You're dividing it. You're dividing into 10 equal pieces. So then each one will have a smaller value. How can it be more than 4.8? So you cannot shift the decimal point like this. If you shift it to the right side, it will become 48. That's not possible. So remember that you'll have to shift it the other side. So 0.48. Similarly, see here, in E, 272.23 divided by 10. You're dividing by 10. The number should become smaller. So 272 will become 27.223. Become smaller. So shift it to the left. So that's what we do straight away here, children. In these questions, in these questions that you know that in between step is not performed. We directly write 4.8 divided by 10 is equal to 0.48. 52.5 divided by 10 is 5.25. 0.7 by 10 is 0.007. We write it straight away. That's what you see here. Here you see the steps. Here you see the steps. Here without the steps, straight away. So to tell you the C subdivision here, 0.78 divided by 100. So when you divide, it's going to become smaller. It's already 0.78. If you shift it to the right side, it will become 78 because 2 zeros. So if you shift the decimal point by 2 places, 0.78 it is. 0.78 divided by 100. If you think, you'll have to shift it to the right side, So then it will become, children, we are already familiar with this. So I'm just, in case you still have a question, you can ask me. So now 0.78, when you divide by 100, you know you have to shift the decimal point. Now, supposing you don't know whether it is left or right, you do both the sides. If you shift it to the right, it will become 1, 2, it will come out here. It will become 78. Oh, 0.78 is not even 1. It's not even 1. You're dividing that by 100. How can it become 78? One chocolate and 100 of you are sharing it. Each one will get 78. 0.78 is not even 1. It's less than 1. And when you divide that by 100, if you divide 1 itself by 100, how can you will get such a smaller value? So like that, you can validate your answer. You can validate your answer.
I can't understand this.
Okay. No, you tell me the two answers, Nandana. 0.78 divided by 100. What are the possible things you can think of? Either shift the decimal to the right or left. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll have to shift the decimal point to the right or left. Now shift the decimal point to the right and tell me the answer, Nandana. In subdivision C, please shift the, okay, 100 has how many zeros?
2 zeros.
Okay, so you should shift the decimal point by 2 places. You must shift the decimal point by 2 places. Now you can shift it to the right or to the left. You can shift the decimal point to the right or to the left. Now you shift it. You shift it to the right and tell me the answer. You shift it to the left and tell me the answer. Tell me both the answers.
Ma'am, if we shift it to the right, we get 0.78, ma'am.
0.78 is what you already have there.
Ma'am, I can't understand.
No, this you can do. Shift the decimal point 2 places to the right and left and tell me the 2 different answers you get.
And I get 0.0078, ma'am.
When you shift it to which side?
I'm left, ma'am.
Okay, right side you shift and tell me the answer.
I'm 7.00. 78.00.
78.78 you're getting. It will move here, right? So this decimal point, which is here, will move like this. 1, 2, it will come here. It will come here. So it becomes 0.78. It will come here. See, we'll move 1, 2. It moves here. So 0.78. What is 0.78? 78. So it becomes 78. Now you have 2 answers with you. You have 0.0078 and 78. How can you get 78 when you divide 0.78 by 100? When you're dividing, you should get a smaller value.
Yes,
when you divide 5 by 100, can you get 50 as the answer? When you divide 5 by 100, 5, you have only 5 with you. You divide by 100. When you divide it by 100, how can you get 50? You cannot get an answer more than 5. Similarly, when the number is 0.78, when the number is 0.78 and you're dividing that by 100, you cannot get 78 as a result. Which is clear that when you're dividing, you should shift the decimal point to the left side. When you're multiplying, you should shift the decimal point to the right side. The decimal point is shifted to the right when you multiply. When you divide, it's shifted to the left. Now,
Okay.
no, it's okay. I am sure if you have not understood, now also you wouldn't have understood. I'll tell you something else. Disable your mic, Nandana. Yeah, now children, see here. Now, one by one answer. Now, Nandana, now you should understand. Answer my questions alone. 0.78, how many decimal places? Nandana?
I'm 2.
2 decimal places. So in 0.78, 2 decimal places. How many zeros are there in 100?
2.
2. Now there are already 2 decimal places and there are 2 zeros, right? Totally now add this 2 and 2, 4. Now in the answer, there must be 4 decimal places. In the answer, there should be 4 decimal places.
Okay, ma'am, I understand.
No. 1 minute. I'll tell you again. So the given number has 2 decimal places. The given number has 2 decimal places. And in in 100, there are 2 zeros. 2 plus 2, 4. The answer which you get must have 4 decimal places. And the digits are 7 and 8. You should have 4 decimal places. So 0.0078.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, explain this one, Nandana. Explain this A here, 7.9 divided by 10,000. How many decimal places in 7.9?
1.
1. How many zeros in 10,000?
4, ma'am. So we should do.
What?
We should.
What is 1
extreme
plus
right, ma'am. 5.
What is 1 plus
0.
4?
And 5.
5. That means the answer should have 5 decimal places, which means after the decimal point, there should be 5 digits. How many digits are there already with you?
And 4.
No. You have 2 valid digits with you. Now, what are the digits you already have? 7 and 9.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you have 7 and 9, but you need to have 5 decimal places. So you must have 3 zeros, 0.00079.
Okay, ma'am.
Now I'll come back to Nandana. I'll ask somebody else and I'll come back to you. Somebody explain F for me. F here.
Ma'am, shall I explain?
Yeah, but I just want you to answer my questions alone, okay? So now
Yes,
tell me how many decimal places in 98.53?
Ma'am, 2 decimal places, ma'am.
Okay. How many zeros in 100?
Ma'am, 2 zeros in 100.
So now what should you do with 2 and 2?
Ma'am, we have to add, so we'll get it as 4 zeros, ma'am.
Okay, 4, not 4 zeros, 4 you get 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that means the result must have 4.
Ma'am, zeros, 4 zeros.
Not 4 zeros, 4 decimal places.
Yes, ma'am, 4 decimal places.
The result should have 4 decimal places. How many digits do you have in the given number?
Ma'am, decimal places, 2 decimal places, ma'am.
No, how many digits you have? You have 9, 8, 5 and 3, right?
Ma'am, 4 digits.
We have 4 digits already and we need 4 decimal places. So it will be 0.9853.
Yes, ma'am.
Now try this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How many decimal places in 26.3?
Ma'am, only one decimal place.
How many zeros in 1000?
Ma'am, 3 zeros in 1000.
So what is 1 plus 3?
1 plus 3, 4, ma'am.
So the answer should have 4.
4 decimal places, ma'am.
The answer should have 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places. How many digits you have in this number? In this number?
Ma'am, only 3 digits, ma'am.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, we have 3 digits. We have 2, we have 6, we have 3. We have 3 digits, but we need 4 decimal places. So we write 0263, 0.0263, because we have these 3 digits, 263, but we need 4 decimal places. So it is 0.0263. See, 263, we have 3, add 1 0. We have 263, add 1 0, 0263, 0.0263.
Yes, ma'am.
Nandana, try the last one, E.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have last 1 digit, ma'am, and
Yeah.
we have 3 zeros, ma'am. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So the answer should have 4 decimal places, ma'am.
Okay. How many digits you have here?
Ma'am, 5, ma'am.
You have only 1 digit, 5. Only one valid digit, you have 5. You have one valid digit, 5. But you need how many decimal places?
Ma'am, 4, ma'am.
4 decimal places you have. So you will start. So you have only 1 digit, 5. So you'll add 3 zeros before it. Because you need 4 decimal places. You'll add 3 zeros before it. So it will be 0.0005. Then only you will have 4 digits after the decimal point. Decimal point and 4 digits.
Okay, ma'am.
Just have a look at these children.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if you look at H here, 3.78 is 378 by 10. 1.4 is 14 by 10. Or we're just writing the decimals as their fraction equivalent. 37.8 is nothing but 378 by 10. 1.4 is 14 by 10. And you can see the division sign here. You can see the division sign here. Next, after converting them to fractions, write the first fraction as it is. Division becomes multiplication. Take the reciprocal of the second fraction. 14 by 10 is written as 10 by 14. Now you can see 10 and 10 will get cancelled. 10 here and 10 here will get cancelled. Cancel 14 and 378. You first simplify by 2. You can do it few times. Simplify them and the result is 27. So maybe you'll first divide by 2 and then you'll divide by 7 and the answer is 27.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Look at this D here, D. So 30.94. See, we have 2 decimal numbers. We have 2 decimals here. 30.94 is a decimal. 0.7 is also a decimal. We first convert the decimals to fractions. That is the first step. So 30.94 is 3094 by 100. 0.7 is 7 by 10. Next, to divide, we multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Write the first fraction as it is. Division becomes multiplication. 7 by 10 is written as 10 by 7. Now you simplify. That's what when you're simplifying, you should be careful. If you're getting 10, beyond that you don't simplify, because if you're getting 10 now, it's not exactly divisible now. 442 by 10, it's not exactly divisible. It's not exactly divisible. So don't, if you continue further, if you divide by 2 still further, you will lose the denominator 10, you will get 5, and then you have to perform the division and then get the decimal value. So what you can do is you can cancel the 0 and 0. The 0 in the denominator, 0 in the numerator. Okay, then it will be 10, no problem. 100 can become 10. Now don't lose the 10. Cancel the 7 and 3094. Cancel. So you know, right, you have to take a number from the numerator, one number from the numerator and one from the denominator. So after cancelling the zeros, yeah. Cancel the zeros. You can see here you can cancel this in the numerator and this one in the denominator. Now, after that, children, you'll have 3094 by 10. Don't simplify 3094 and 10. Don't write 2 5s are. Don't lose the denominator 10. Have 10 as it is. Try to simplify 7 and 3094. Try to simplify 7 and 3094. And that's how you get 442. Because this 10 is gone, no, you've already cancelled the 0. So you will have, when you simplify 7 and 3094, you get 442 divided by the 10 which you have there. And put this as a decimal for 44.2. See, you can see here, when you divide by 10, the number will become smaller. 442 becomes 44.2. It becomes smaller. When you divide, 442 becomes 44.2. 1 0, so 1 decimal place. 1 0, so 1 decimal place. In the first one, 7 is 7. 3.5 is written as 35 by 10. 3.5, that is, I told you, decimals are converted to fractions. So 7, you can see 7 as it is. 7 is 7. 7 is 7. Division sign, division sign. 3.5 is written as 35 by 10. Now 7 as it is, division becomes multiplication. 35 by 10 is 10 by 35. You can cancel. You can cancel here. What you can cancel? 7 ones are 7 5s are 35. 7 ones are 7, 7 5s are 35. You can cancel. Then 5 ones are 5 2s are. So 2 is answer. Or what you see here is 7 into 10, 70 by 35, which is 2. So this is the idea here, children. Everywhere it's the same. Decimal is converted to a fraction. And then division becomes multiplication. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Then simplify. If the denominator is 10 or 100, don't disturb it. 100 can become 10. Like you can disturb. Like if it is 1000, it can become 100. If it's 100, it can become 10. Don't make 10 5 or don't make 100 50. If 100 becomes 10, that is fine.
Ma'am, I can't understand the D one, ma'am.
Which one, ma? D, huh?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, I have a doubt. In the head sum, you have told that we can cancel 10 and 10 to make it as 1, ma'am. But in the D1, you told that you should not cross the 0 for 100 because the value doesn't change, ma'am. I have a doubt in that only, ma'am.
No, darling. No. I said you can cancel the 0. You can cancel the 0 and the 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There you're asking?
Ma'am, if we can cancel the 0 here, no, ma'am.
Where, which one?
Ma'am, for the 100, the denominator 100, we can
Yes,
cancel.
you can, because it's still going to be 10, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, if we cancel the this one and then we are multiplying it as usual, we'll get it as 30940 and 700, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And then we are simplifying 2 to become as 10, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, in that I have a question, ma'am. For this sum, it is 140. Sorry, ma'am. For this one, it is 700, no, ma'am. So for that, by which number can we use to make it reducible as 10, ma'am? So 700 we can use.
See, when
100
it's
to make.
700, when it is
Yes,
700, first thing is you could have cancelled. You can cancel the 0 in the numerator and denominator, right? Because when you multiply, you are saying you're multiplying the numerators. You will get 30940 by 700, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll. No. Please, am I answering your question? So when you multiply the numerators, you'll get 30940 by 700, correct?
Yes,
Then
ma'am. Correct, ma'am.
1 0 in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you will have 3094 by 70.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can cancel 3094 and 70 using 7 tables because 70 by 7 is 10.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You should look at the denominator. Denominator is 70. So 70, if you divide by 7, you can get 10. So you should check if the numerator is also divisible by 7.
Yes, ma'am.
The question will be, see, for you it will be framed like that only. It will be divisible by 7. The numerator will be divisible by 7. But when it is 70, you should not divide the numerator and denominator by 2. You should not do that. You should not divide by 2 because then 70 will become 35. And from 35, you cannot get 10 at all. When you have 3094 by 70, you should not cancel by 2 because 3094 is divisible by 2. 70 is also divisible by 2, but we should not divide by 2. Because if you divide 70 by 2, you will get 35 and you don't want to get 35. So 70, you can divide by 7 because when you divide 70 by 7, you will get 10. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Raju? Since Matthew and Anugrah are not able to answer, I hope you're following. I'm asking only Swati.
Yes, ma'am, I am following.
Okay. Yes, who wants to try this? A vehicle covers a distance of 43.2 kilometers in 2.4 liters of petrol. So whenever it is a word problem, we'll use our convenient numbers first to understand if it is multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction. Whenever we read a word problem, sometimes it's difficult to make out the mathematical operation because of the numbers involved. So we'll use our convenient numbers. A vehicle covered a distance of say 50 kilometers in 5 liters of petrol. Use your convenient numbers. A vehicle covers a distance of 50 kilometers, 50 kilometers in 5 liters of petrol. So 50 kilometers, you need 5 liters of petrol. 50 kilometers, you need 5 liters of petrol. So then in 1 liter, what distance you can go?
And we should divide, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We should divide.
50 kilometers, no, but nobody is giving me the answer to this one. 50 kilometers, 5 liters we need. 1 liter, what is the distance?
Ma'am, 50 divided by 5 will get it as 10 liters for, 10 kilometers for 1 petrol, ma'am.
1 liter.
Yes, ma'am.
If the vehicle can cover 50 kilometers, in 5 liters, that means in 1 liter it can go 50 by 5, 10 kilometers. 1 liter, 10 kilometers, 2 liters, 20, 3 liters, 30, 4 liters, 40, 5 liters, 50 kilometers. Take convenient numbers to understand the mathematical operation involved. So it's division, and here it is 43.2 divided by 2.4. So what is the procedure? Both are decimals. So we convert, we just learned how to divide a decimal by another decimal. See, we just learned here.
Yes, ma'am. Shall I explain?
Yeah, 1 minute. So we just learned how to divide a decimal by another decimal. We need to convert both the decimals to fractions. We need to convert both the decimals to fractions and then take away the division symbol, make it multiplication. Oh, here I think there is some. Oh, I'm 1 second. Yeah, children. Yeah. So I was telling you the 7.75 divided by, I think I've missed a step here, right?
Yes, ma'am. Converting in a reciprocal.
Yeah, I missed to type that step. Yeah. Children, since I'm typing all this, please understand it happens. I'm not. Yeah, okay, fine. All right, children. So I missed one step here. So the answer is correct. I've just missed a step there. So 775 by 100. Okay, I was telling you that when you have to divide a decimal by another decimal, we first convert the decimals to fractions. So 775 by 100 divided by 25 by 100. That's the first step. Then what's the missing step? Tell me.
Ma'am, the reciprocal form, the 100 by 25 had to be written, ma'am.
Yeah, into 100 by 25. Then what will happen? There is 100 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator. They'll get cancelled.
Yes, ma'am. So 1 will be there in every 100.
775 by 100 into 100 by 25. Into 100 by 25. So 100 and 100 will get cancelled. So 775 by 25, which is 31.
Yes, ma'am.
When you have to divide a decimal by another decimal, we need to convert them to fractions first. So 432 by 10 divided by 2.4 by 10. Then division becomes multiplication and reciprocal of the second fraction. So 10 by 24. 10 and 10 will get cancelled. 10 in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled. 432 by 24, you can simplify by 2 and then again by 2 and then by 3. Simplify, keep simplifying, and then you will get 18. 18 by 1, which is 18.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can directly divide it by 24. No, ma'am. 432 divided
by 24. Yes, yes, yes. You can do it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Somebody explain H for me. H.
Ma'am, shall I explain?
Yeah, tell me.
Shall I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Nandana. Swati, 1 minute. Nandana, yes, Nandana, try.
Yes, ma'am.
And 37.8 divided by
What's this type?
1.4, ma'am.
What is this type?
First we should remove.
No. What is the type of division here? We are dividing a decimal by another decimal, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Division of a decimal
Ma'am,
by
see,
another decimal.
yes, ma'am. And
Yeah.
first we should remove the decimal point from both the decimal places, ma'am. So
Very
we get 378. And the last digit it is 8, ma'am. So 1 digit, ma'am. So it will be 378 by 10. And here also there is only 1 digit, ma'am. So that it's 10, ma'am. 14 by 10, ma'am. When we
Okay.
multiply 378 by 10, 14 by 10 will change into reciprocal. So it will be 10 by 14, ma'am.
Very good.
Then we should cancel 10 and 10, ma'am. So
Very good.
it will be 1.
Yeah.
And then it will become an improper fraction, ma'am.
No,
So
yeah,
we
it will
should.
become, yeah, correct. It will become 378 by 14. Then you should simplify. You should use the table of 2. Then maybe you'll have to use 7. When you simplify, you'll get 27 by 1, which is 27. Very good, Nandana. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, pick one sum from here. Maybe Swati.
Yes, ma'am.
Who does D for me? D.
Ma'am.
Question number 4, D subdivision.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 128.9 divided by 10,000, ma'am. Here we have there is only one decimal point, ma'am. So it will be changed as 128, 1,289 by 10, ma'am. And then we have to divide it. The second number should be changed into reciprocal. So it will be
I
as
want
1
to
by.
explain this method. This method I wanted you to explain.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The only one decimal place, ma'am, and in 10,000 there are 4 zeros, ma'am. So
Yeah.
4 plus 1 is equal to 5, ma'am. So there we have to move 5 decimal places, ma'am. Since
No,
1 to
not
8.
5 decimal places. So we have one decimal place in 128.9. We have one decimal place, and in this number we have 4 zeros. So 1 plus 4 is 5. So the answer should have 5 decimal places. The answer should have
Yes,
5
ma'am.
decimal places. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. But in 1,289 only four digits are present, ma'am. So
Very
we
good.
have to add a 0 to the extreme left of 1289, ma'am. So it will be changed as 5 digits. So it will be 0.01289, ma'am.
Very good. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Are we familiar with addition and subtraction of decimals?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if it is multiplication, the same problem, ma'am. But it is
Yeah,
multiplication means.
no, that's what I'm opening. 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken screenshots of all this, children?
Yes, ma'am. Taken in last class itself.
Last class, no? Okay. Yeah, this one, yes. So here you can see when we multiply by 10, 100 or 1000, you can see 10, 100, 1000, everything here. Yeah. So when we multiply by 10, 100 or 1000, you can see that the value increases. When you divide, the value decreases. When you multiply, the value increases. See, when you multiply by 10, 100,000 children, I'm talking about 10, 100 and 1000 or 10,000 and so on. So when you multiply by 10, 100 or 1000, the value increases. You can see here 3.62 into 100, 3.62 into 100. So this one I would have told you like this, multiply as if there is, when it's multiplication, this is how I would have told you. Multiply as if there is no decimal point. So 362 into 100. When you're multiplying, I would have explained it like this. Multiply as if there is no decimal point. 362 into 100. As if I'm doing the G1 for you. G1. So 3.62 into 100. Multiply as if there is no decimal point. 362 into 100. What's the answer? 362 into 100 is 36200. Don't see the decimal point now. Don't see the decimal point now. 362 into 100 is 36200. Now the number here 3.62, this decimal has 2 decimal places. That means in the product also we must have 2 decimal places. Accordingly, place a decimal point here. And this is nothing but 362. Multiply 362 by 100. Multiply 3, don't see the decimal point. 362 by 100. So you will get 36200. Okay, then look at the decimal point. In 3.62, we have 2 decimal places. So that means in the product also, there must be 2 decimal places. That is, you after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. So that means you should place a decimal here. But since after the decimal point, there are 2 zeros, you can just take it away and write this 362. Same thing here in H. In H, multiply as if there is no decimal point. 4307 into 100. 4307 into 100. What is 4307 into 100? 430700. So we multiplied. Now the decimal point. After the decimal point, 2 digits. So in the product also, after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. So you should place a decimal point here. But since it is since after the decimal point there are zeros, we just remove and write it as 4307. So when you're multiplying, multiply as if there is no decimal point. As if there is no decimal point. 336.8 should look like 368 for you. 36.8 should look like 368 for you. So what is 368 into 10? 368 and 10, 3680. Now the decimal point. After the decimal point, 1 digit. So in the product also place, meaning that this number has 1 decimal place. So the product also should have 1 decimal place. So place a decimal point here. After the decimal point, 1 digit. But there's nothing but 368. Is it fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, take a screenshot, children. This is homework. Do only 1, 2, 3 in this, children. 1, 2, and 3. 1,
Yes,
2,
ma'am.
and 3. Yeah. And all these sums. All these
Yes,
sums.
ma'am.
8 to 17, all the sums. Here only 1, 2, 3. So children, so now see, because it is division, still read the problems, children. Please understand it is division. Don't just divide because it's all division based sums. So we just divide like that. And whenever you divide, when you divide, children. So now when you divide, so say here like 5 in question number 13, 586.5 divided by 69. So use the rule 586 divided by 5. Sorry, 586.5 divided by 69. Then what is the rule? We convert the decimal to a fraction. So it becomes 5865 by 10 divided by 69. Then division becomes into and 69 becomes 1 by 69. See, whatever, use the, how to divide, you should use here. Now just remember this 586.5 divided by 69. Just remember that. And so see, so if it's something like this, you know, so you're dividing a decimal number, there it is some 69 or something. So when you have to divide decimals, what do you do? What do you do? You first convert the decimal to a fraction like this. And the second one, if it is a decimal, again we convert it to a fraction. Then division becomes multiplication, reciprocal of the second fraction. Then we simplify and get the answer. Same procedure, children. Like this you should do. You should do it like this. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting. Thank you, children.